Greetings. Today I want to speak to you concerning how you can't expect to get new results from old behaviors, or you can't expect to put new ideas in an old mindset. And that has been spoken of in the Bible in the second chapter of Mark, verses 22, where it says that you cannot put new wine in old wineskin, or putting new wine in old wine bottles. Also, in verses 21 in Mark chapter 2, it tells you that you cannot take new garment and sew it onto the old garment because it would rend. Okay. Also, it says that if you try to put the new wine in the old wine skin, that it will burst and it will spill the wine. So, in other words, my brother and my sisters, I'm saying to you, you can't expect to be doing the same thing over and over and over and get different results. You see, we're living in an information age where information is available to everyone. But the discipline to put these things into practice and to make them a part of our everyday life is where most people have their challenges. And this is where most people fail, because most people are not patient enough and most people are not honest with themselves. For example, I remember many times I would experience people who would come to me to personal train them in the gym to get certain results. But when it comes to eating the right kind of food, and when it comes to disciplining their body and their minds towards the things that would make them obese or the things that would make them unhealthy, it was very hard for them to do. So you will find people, they just finish exercising and then they go into Kentucky Fried Chicken. Okay, are they still eating the same kind of food, yet they expect results? The same thing goes with when we want to better ourselves, when we want to expand ourselves. Whether is it that we want to make more money, whether is it we want to live in a different location, whether is it that we just want to progress in general and make more out of life. The same principles are applied. You must take responsibility and you must be disciplined. You must sacrifice. You must be willing to pay the price to get the results that you so desire. And so, my brother and my sisters, as one grew up in the islands, okay, where most of the people, they have a religious and superstitious mentality, and most have been raised to have also a colonial mentality because these parts have been colonialized. I must bring messages like this because many people want changes in their life, but they themselves do not want to change. They want to hold to the old program, the old paradigm. They want to keep telling themselves the same old story and expect to get results in their life. Also, too many people who grew up in secular Christianity and who have been pointed to look outwardly to believe in a Lord, a God, a Savior, a Redeemer outside of themselves. When they hear message like this concerning imagination creates reality and that consciousness is the only reality and that God and man are one and that God is your awareness of being, your consciousness of being, many people, when you speak the part of the law of attraction and getting what you desire in this world, they will gravitate towards that. They want that. But when it comes to the change, in terms of changing their old religious beliefs and the old religious programming, it's very hard. And so some people, they want to operate in this new wisdom or knowledge, yet they want to still interpret things the way how their theologians and their religious leaders and political leaders interpret certain things to them. They still want to interpret certain things the way how the teachers at school interpret things to them. Many are not willing to die to the ego self. Many are not willing to unlearn and relearn and reprogram their subconscious mind. Many are not willing to say that I was a fool. Many are not willing to say it was very idiotic of me to think this way and to act this way, and I'm now willing to accept that I am the cause of everything in my life, and I'm willing to accept that I didn't know anything, because true realization is you realizing how much you do not know. And also, true salvation is self-realization. So my brother, my sisters, when you really come to realize your true self, your higher self, your true essence, you'll realize why the Bible has been written in parables from the beginning to the end. And some people can unfold some of the parables, but when they can't unfold certain ones, then they say certain part is historical and certain part is allegorical. That's such nonsense. It's either all of it is allegorical or all of it is historical, but it can't be of the both. It have to be one. And I'm saying to you, all of it is allegorical. All of it is parables. All of it you have to learn to read between the lines. That is why there's certain men and women who are born in this world with certain gifts to unfold this book, because it is encoded and must be decoded. And that is why St. John chapter 3 says, we know of that which we speak of, because we are witnesses. We would have had the birth, the new birth. We've been born again. And we know that the letter killeth, but the spirit giveth life, because we have come into oneness with that spirit. We have come into oneness with that infinite intelligence, and we are operating from another level. So Nicodemus, which is the religious, superstitious, limited mindset, can never understand the mindset of the Christ consciousness. So my brother, my sister, you cannot put new wine in old wine skin. You cannot expect to have the old mindset and try to use new ideas and new information and think you're gonna get things done. No, there's certain immutable laws that you cannot shake or you cannot change them. Okay, so when you realize everything is by law and order, you would realize that he without sin must cast the first stone, which means he who do not have any form of ignorance, or he who didn't born in this state of amnesia, forgetfulness, then you can cast the first stone. So, my brother, my sisters, understand this. You cannot expect to have the same old behaviors and expect new results in your life. Okay, there's a process of change that must take place. There's a process of purification that must take place. When it comes to alchemy, it's all about purification and you becoming God by coming to the experience of your higher self, your God self. It's not theory. It's not just information and regurgitating information. It's not like that. It's more than that. So, my brother, my sister, I hope what I'm saying here, I hope you take note of it and will humble yourself. And instead of you seeking enlightenment and you want your third eye to open and you want all of these kind of phenomena, I would encourage you to get a purging. I would encourage you to get a mental diet. Go on a mental diet. Cleanse yourself. Purge yourself. And get rid of that old ego mentality and start to reshape your life, because you're the pattern. That's why you're told, be not conformed, but be transformed by the renewing. You have to renew your mind, rearrange your mind. So if you change your thinking, you definitely change the results that you're getting in your life. So my brother, my sisters, you can't be with one foot in and one foot out. You have to make a clear decision. Okay, so with that being said, my brother, my sister, I really want to thank you very much for listening to me. I want to encourage you to get this Bible, which is my Bible. It's called the 66 Books of Magic, the Overcomer's Bible. And it's to help you to discover your magical self. And in this Bible, you get to understand the scriptures more metaphysically, esoterically, and psychologically, because in this Bible, I'm teaching you that the Bible is a book of mind science and must be interpreted psychologically. It is not literal, neither is it secular history. So if you haven't gotten it, I definitely encourage you to get the New Testament first, where Jesus has been omitted and there's a blank space for you to write your name, which is I am. For I am is the name of all of humanity, and I am is the name of God from generation to generation. And you can never say I am and not referring to yourself. So it's all about your spiritual autobiography. Okay, that's why you must interpret it psychologically, because all is mind, and we are living in a mental universe. We have a whole of that Bible, the Old Testament and the New Testament first, and then the Old Testament is split in two because Amazon could only print a certain amount, and they're in big print. So go and get it, invest in yourself, and not just yourself, share it also, because everyone on the outside is actually yourself being pushed out. So let me say, if this is the very first time that you're listening to me, and what I'm saying, if it makes sense, if it really resonates with you and you haven't subscribed already, I'm definitely encouraging you to subscribe, to like, to comment, to share this video. Also, if you haven't gotten a hold of my latest book, I definitely encourage you to get it. It's already available on Amazon. The link is already below. And it's called Spiritual Recipe for Better Living. And in that book, I give you all the different recipes to live the best version of your life here by understanding the Bible metaphysically and esoterically and psychologically. Okay, it's all about pointing you to look inwardly and to show you that truly the Bible is a great recipe book to help you to live a better life. Yes, some of it have been taken from older books, but when you get the whole idea of the main character to be your own human imagination and you start to walk from that place, great things gonna happen in your life. So get that book. Also, if you like to follow my Instagram, you like to follow my TikTok, you can follow me at BlackMadGuru. And I just want to encourage you that if you feel strongly to have a one-on-one with me, you're most welcome. And of course, there are terms and conditions. And once we can come to one agreement, we can definitely work together. Also, I have a Patreon community with a lot of gems on my Patreon community. And I'm grateful for all of those who are already on my Patreon. I thank you very much. And I have a course here that's called the Inner Sun Science and Technology to Create Your Reality Consciously. And along with that is a bonus course on self-concept, because self-concept is very, very important. It would mean what you would conceive within yourself to give birth to if you know who you are. It's all about that. So if you want to get into all of that, I definitely encourage you to invest in yourself and get to listen to those videos. Also, just before I leave you, I just want to remind you that if you feel strongly led to support this work because it's been of great help to you and it's been helping you in every way in your life, I just want to remind you that we have a PayPal and the link is always down below. So with that being said, my brother and my sister, I just want to say peace, love you all, out.